Are you looking for some free price pick plays or some prop bet analysis? Well, hey, I got 5 of them for you. What you waiting for? Come on in. Hey, happy hump day. Good morning. Grab that cup of joe. I got 5 plays for you here this morning on Wednesday, March 9th. 2 official plays on the early video, and then 3 that I'm on the fence with. I'm just going to give you my analysis on them. You can play them or fade them, but I only found 2 that I love, and I'm not going to push all 5 if I don't love them. Again, if it's not there, don't play it. I say that a ton. We got a nice Big 12 game slate on our hands. We only got a few plays up on the board early over here at Prizepicks. But again, if we get a bigger board and there's more plays I like, I might even put out a 3rd video today on these massive slates like this. But we'll have to see how the main board pans out once we get to around lunchtime. So be on the lookout for that video. So again, you guys have been doing awesome, man. We hit that 6,000 subscriber mark. Really appreciate each and every one of you, man. But if you can, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Lets me know you want me to keep knocking out these videos for you and keep talking prop bets because I absolutely love it. So with that, let's dive right into today. All right, as you can see, we have the NBA Prizepicks desktop version up here. They have a nice slick app you can download as well. But the Prizepicks version here, we're gonna talk about 5 plays. Like I said, if you don't have an account, make sure you run over there, use that promo code DFSArmy, and get yourself a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And if you want a free month of DFSArmy, and you're a first-time subscriber over there at Prizepicks using that code DFSArmy, check the description below, and I got you a little how to get a free month of DFSArmy on top of it. So a little 2-for-1 there. So with that, let's just dive right into this and talk about the plays. I'll talk about the 3 I'm on the fence first, and then I will drop the 2 official plays at the end. So the first one we're going to talk about here, we're going in this Toronto and Spurs game. And again, I was kind of on the fence with this. DeJounte Murray, over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Going up against Toronto, it's a pretty tight spread. Toronto's favored by 1. Injury consideration that we have to consider this game. Van Fleet is still questionable. He's been out for a while. And the Spurs get back Vassell and Lonnie Walker. And Bates Diop is doubtful, so he's probably not going to play. And neither is Langford, but that doesn't really matter so much. And on the Toronto side, again, they don't have any Flynn. And if Van Fleet sits out, they started Barnes as their point guard last game. So if that happens, Murray might be able to just absolutely dominate him. So the one thing I worry about this game with Murray is just the pace. Toronto is 25th in the league in possessions at 98.9 possessions a game. They're right in the middle at 15th in defense efficiency. And they're ranked 8th in points allowed, 18th in rebounds allowed, and 18th in assists allowed. I still think he can get there at this number at over 39.5. He's went over it in 4 of his last 5 games. I'm on the fence just because of the pace and not knowing if Van Fleet's going to play or not. That has a lot to do with it. But the minutes are there. He's averaging 37 minutes a game over his last 5, and the shots have been massive. 20, 21, 22, 20, 20 over those last 5 games. And putting up 26, 25, 29, 20, 31 points. He's been shooting way more. Rebounds have been there, though. 10, 9, 12, 3, and 13 rebounds in these 5 games as well. And the assists have been down a little bit. I think a lot of that has to do with some of the guys that he doesn't have on the court with him. But a lot of it is, he's just scoring a lot more here. But again, 8, 10, 7, and 8 assists, So going over these marks, 44, 44, 48, 32, 58. These are all plus matchups for him in all these situations. So again, 39.5 feels about right given the matchup and everything. I do lean the over here just because he can get it going in so many different ways. If he's going to play all those minutes, I'm going to lean the over. But again, not an official play. The next one we're going to look at here, we're going to go to Cade Cunningham over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Another kind of situation here where going up against Chicago is still without, some of their big dogs, right? They don't have, they're more the defensive guys with Alex Caruso being out and Lonzo Ball being out, at that point guard position. And Vucevic is questionable as well. So if he were to sit, maybe that helps them a little bit with just Levine and DeMar DeRozan scoring on the other side. But going up against IU here, another rookie, There's no Frank Jackson. There's no Isaiah Stewart. Killian Hayes is questionable as well. Diallo is probably going to play again today, but if Hayes does sit and there's no Jackson, Cunningham's just going to play a ton of point guard here. So I do like this over. He's went over it in, like, again, 4 of his last 5 games, 5 out of his last 7 games. Chicago is 25th in the league in defense against the point guard position, 18th in points allowed, 8th in rebounds allowed, 19th in assists allowed. And the minutes have been up, right? Over his last 5, he's averaged 36 minutes a game, where over his last 10, he only averaged 32 minutes a game. So the minutes are trending up. The shots are there, 25, 20, 20, 18, 16 over those 5-game stretch. And the points have been massive too, right? 28, 20, 22, 20, and 19. But getting it done in other areas as well. The rebounds are all up, 6, 9, 12, and 9. And the assists were up that last game where he put up 10 in Atlanta, but that was a great matchup for assists. And then 3, 5, 5, and 6 in these others. So he's looking to score a lot. 31.5 just feels pretty low here, especially in this situation. Again, playing Chicago. Chicago's favored by 6 here. They've been playing really bad themselves, so I'm not really worried about a blowout with how bad Chicago's been playing lately. And it's a 226 over-under. So I do like this over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. The other one that I'm kind of on the fence with, and I might even make this Cade Cunningham an official play. I'll let you know in the comments if I do or not, but the more I talk about it, the more I do like it. But I kind of want to wait and see about the injury consideration. The other one, again, points, rebounds, and assists I'm on the fence with, and it's RJ Barrett. And a lot of this has to do with the injury news they have, man. They are just a banged up team right now. Cam Reddish kind of fell on his shoulder last game out and hurt that. No Grimes, no Toppin. Mitch Robinson, I think he had an illness and he got pulled out of a game. He's questionable today. No Rose, no Noel. I mean, they're just beat up. He's got to play a ton of minutes. The matchup is not great at all, right? Going against Dallas, they're ranked 2nd in points allowed, 11th in rebounds, 8th in assists, and 9 against that shooting guard position. But he's went over this mark in 5 of his last 6 games. He's playing a ton of minutes, averaging 38 minutes or 39 minutes over his last 5. And the shots have been just massive. He's been super aggressive if you watched him play. 21, 18, 26, 23, 22, 22 shots. He's just chucking a ton. Not shooting great. A couple of those games against Phoenix where he didn't hit it, the dude shot 6 for 26. So he hits a few more of those, he smashes this over as well. So, again, I'm on the fence with it. I do like it. He did play Dallas once this year, right? He played him once back on January 12th where he put up 41 points, rebounds, and assists in that game. And did play 40 minutes. I'd have to go look at the tag. I'm not positive. I'm assuming that's an overtime game with it being 41 minutes. But put up 22 shots that game, had 32.7 rebounds and 2 assists. So, again, kind of lean the over here, but, the matchup and the numbers are not going to, tell you that it's a great matchup. So do that with what you will. All right, and the official plays I got on this early video, we're going to go over to assists here. We're going to put up De'Aaron Fox going up against Denver. And this just should be way higher than it is. Denver's ranked 22nd in defense against point guard, 16th in assists allowed, so right in the middle of the pack here. He's went over this mark in 5 of his last 6 games, putting up 7, 6, 9, 3, 10, and 10. The juice is massively on the over of 5.5 assists, around minus 135, minus 140 in some books. So it really depends on what you're getting at. But he's played Denver 3 times this year, put up 5, 4, and then 10 assists. The last one on February 26th. Again, this is Denver's favored by 4.5 here with a 237 over under. I just really love this mark. We got to kind of take that first Denver game out of the loop here where it was before the trade on January 7th, but the one on February 24th, where only put up 4. I remember that game and they got their butts kicked. And then the one that was more competitive, he put up 10. So I think this game's going to be competitive. I think 5.5 is too low. I think this number should be closer to 6.5. So I think we get a whole assist here, and we're going to take the over as an official play, 5.5 assists. And the last one we're going to talk about here, we're going to go to points, rebounds, and assists. And we're going to go down to my boy. I like playing this guy. We played him earlier, and then he kind of fell off. And then I think he's going to be back in our lives now. And this is Jakob Poeltl. Jakob Poeltl, we're going to go over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And again, I talked about Murray while I was on the fence with him. Well, I think this matchup kind of sets up really well for Jakob Poeltl. Toronto is ranked 30th in defense allowed against centers. Still 8th in points, 18th in rebounds, 18th in assists. But he did play Toronto earlier this year on January 4th. We put up 35 points, rebounds, and assists. The juice is on the over here at around -130 in a lot of the books out there. He's went over this mark in 4 out of his last 6 games. The minutes, are always the ones you got to kind of worry about. But he's averaging 32 minutes a game over his last 5. The time he did put up against Toronto and put up 35 points, rebounds, and assists, he only played 22 minutes against them. So the shots are going to be there. 10, 8, 14, 11, 15 over his last 5. And again, he got that double-double against Toronto. I think we're going to see another double-double here. But the points have definitely been there. I don't mind if you want to take the points. I think the points are at 15.5, but I kind of more lean this going up against Toronto and seeing what he's done. And then the other thing as well is, like I said, the pace is slow for Toronto, and I think that benefits Jakob Poeltl in these slower pace games like this. They're ranked 25th in pace, like I said. So I like this play at 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We're going to throw this in official, and then those are the 2 official plays in the early video. Like I said, the other ones, DeJounte Murray over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists, or 9.5 assists. Those 2 are like I'm on the fence with. Cade over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I like it more and more, and I said I might make that an official play if we get some news about Hayes sitting. If Hayes sits, I'm going to make that an official play. So I'm going to let you know that right now. And then RJ Barrett over 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's just going to have to play all the minutes in the world. And if they get blown out, maybe he doesn't see that. But if it's anywhere competitive, he's going to crush that over 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So we just have to keep that in mind. So again, those are the plays we got. Again, not a whole lot on this card. If we just look at it, there's just not a lot of plays on it. There's 12 game slate today, so there's going to be a ton. Look out for that video around lunchtime, and I might even put out a third one if we find a bunch of plays that I want to get on, but definitely a second video around lunchtime. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's keep on grinding, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.